That's tough.
And you could see where he pointed. He wanted more cue ball movement up behind the 8. Felt like if he missed it short, it could bank across and get that snooker along with trying to play position. A lot going on with it, though. As good as he banks, I might have said, hey, if you're going to bank at it, just go ahead and don't worry about the backdoor safety. But it's got to go twice, Scott, or is he going to float it?
I don't know how he gets the cue ball twice. I guess he's got plenty of room on this cue ball. Yeah. What a hit. My goodness, what a hit. You got as much out of that as you possibly could. Cue ball stayed on a true line back and forth as well. That tells you how sweet he really struck it.
Yeah, it was center cut, excuse me, on the 2 as well. That's when you get the most out of the cue ball, or exactly what you want out of the cue ball. A little tricky little 6 ball later in the rack. Anytime it's on the rail, good thing for him the 7's near the pocket, so may not require a whole lot of cue ball movement.
Yeah, that 2 ball for me was the best shot of the match so far. Could just try to get a little tight here, couldn't you, Jeremy, to the 6? Or is it too steep?
Well,
drawn to it.
I think it's entertaining the side pocket if he draws that way.
Okay.
Yeah, this angle will show you. And he's going to be over the 7, over the 9 now. Yeah, now kind of odd.
Yeah, well, you were touching on how tough it was to make the 6 regardless. Not like it's impossible, but now he's over the 9. This is easily missable.
Boy, that was sweet. Kind of a center ball hitting down on it. Really, he made it look easy, but not much room for error there.
Yeah, I liked going to the same corner here, getting through the 7. It's come with a couple of big shots this rack, Jay. Let's not forget the 2 ball, then the green 6.
Yeah, the 2 ball was really nice, especially, gotta tell the truth about it, didn't look so good earlier in the match. I mean, he's really let a lot of games get away, and of course Boosty let 2 or 3 get away at the very beginning, so, but really nice. The 2 ball we're not going to get a look at, but look at how good he hit that with that center ball, just cue ball tracking the perfect line across.
Yeah, we're all tied up 8 apiece after 16 racks. And this is coming up next. So I was just touching on Lucas Picasso Werner from the Northeast in the United States. Young hope for the Moscone Cup, a ton of talent.
Yeah, I'd have to really consider him myself, I'll tell you. He's the last American standing here as well. Now watch out, cue ball. Leva with a 2-0 lead early over Bernie. Watch Bernie some of this tournament. He's played some great racks, but he has had some struggles at times. I don't think any of those youngsters that are labeled the next thing, you know what I mean, the next world champion from the Philippines, and he was been highly rated. I think it's easy to just have those struggles a little bit after maybe some early success, but he seems like the right type to really deal with it and get on with it and learn from it, and extreme talent, really.
Yeah, you just said it all. He's one of my favorite. Bernie Regulario, young Bernie. Another Marboys player. Really bearing down on the break here. Well, the cue ball was actually tracking to the side and got stopped. Did hit them very well. Take another look. Yes, it was definitely tracking to the right side. The pink 4 settled it. I don't think he can get into the or our right side of the 3. If he could, maybe he could 2-rail it up and out, go at the 9 a little bit, or at least tuck under the 5.
I think he can get at all of it. Actually, here you got to have that discipline just to lay the cue ball down and ignore the 9. Hit it right in the face. I wanted to cut it just a little, but it's one of those that happens a lot more often than you think. Because you don't want it screaming over there, right? It's going to get turned loose. It's just got to slowly get pinched over.
Yeah, the initial angle that I saw didn't look like you could get too much more of it. What do you do here?
Well, you kind of play the 3 by the 4 on the right side, I think.
Maybe just drift towards the 6.
And he's cutting it. I think he's cutting it. He went and looked at the ball to the pocket, so.
Really never going to fault this guy for shooting. Yeah, but don't think he wasn't aware that if he happened to miss it, he could get away with it. He was definitely aware. He's going to have a little speed on this one if he's trying to come 2 rails full behind the 3. You want to get it down here past the 7.
I thought he might consider edging that. Really, you could see it. Hit it beautifully though. Only just enough for Boosty to maybe, just maybe get at the 9. I think the 4 is a little bigger ball than we think.
Yeah, he actually hit that too sweet. I mean, just absolutely stuffed the cue ball.
Now, if you go at the 9 here, if he does elevate the cue, does he have anything else he can make? Is there straight back bank maybe?
Well, I think the 6 helps the 3 at least stay up table if he goes at the 9.
He's going.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go rail first into the 9, but just got it a little deep. This isn't the guy you want to leave this shot to, but I don't care who's shooting this shot, it's difficult. And the 8 is real funny.
Yeah, no, usually stay away from inside from this distance, so he could end up on the rail. Pretty pure.
Yeah, the second half of the match, really, he has lit it up.
What do you think about that 8-9 situation on the side cushion? 9's off the rail a little bit. 8 seems to be froze or pretty darn close to froze.
9 is almost makeable, right? If you just shot the 8 straight at it softly.
Yeah, maybe.
Almost, right? Big ball position. I know it's gambling, but just thinking about it.
Now the 7's on the bottom end with it, so short side position definitely could be on offer. It's not great. Not in love with trying to bump the 8 some kind of way off the 7, but we'll see how this all unfolds.
Yeah, and I'm not in love with playing the 8 to the upper right any way, shape, or form, but I guess if you're forced, that's all you can do.
Yeah, the guy's been playing well and running well. You have to have both to win big tournaments these days. It's just how it is. P.S. Labuda's 2 golden breaks to end his match and move on.
Oh, wow.
Now he's sizing up that combination. He's fallen to where he can get that short side position if he wants.
I feel like the 9's in a big ball position. Like if you just float the 8 to it, but it's gambling. You're guaranteed to get on the 8, though. So I don't fault this.
Yeah, I think the 9's just a hair off. You know, if there's a hair less distance between the two, you can gauge kind of getting it off the rail enough, the 8 to get at the 9.
Yeah, if it's literally a fraction closer to the rail, then it's probably on. Just a hair too far off.
Asking for the cue ball to be cleaned. Now, did they just stop the shot clock? He had a remote there. You see that right there in his hand? I think he did. That's not supposed to happen, or at least that was used to be the rules. Player, I know it as well as anyone. From the Moscone Cup.
Yeah, you do, Jeremy. Big shot here.
I don't see him missing, really. That timeout mid-match, he's really regrouped himself.
He sure has. Game number 17. There's a new leader in the clubhouse, Harry Bergara.
Yeah, he just kind of pieced it together. An opening shot from distance. It was really nice on the 3. They battled for that first shot. Yeah, and if you're going to get your first lead, why not be it to get on the hill?
Yeah, this is table number 3 in the first rack between Lucas Fracasso Werner, Jeffrey Rhoda. Lucas has to play good to win this match. He can win it, but he has to play good, but that's why he's here. Didn't fly across the world for no reason. He can definitely do it.
Yeah, and he's a pretty honest player, you know, with himself, and I talk to him quite a bit, you know, catch him after matches at the hotels, whatnot. He'll tell me, and he'll be real quick to tell you if he, you know, gave it away or whatever it may be, but I expect that to be a close one, really. A lot of close ones today.
That is the winning trophy right there. Is it going to be dry? How does Bustamante respond? Is the 1-9 on? Can he even get to the 1?
I'll tell you, it's a thin cut on the 1, but if he has any of it, that would be what he does have. It's the thin side. That's not that thin a cut, actually.
Can't get to it. I believe the 5 and 7 have him. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty thin, though.
You know, if he could get to that edge, he'd be doing it.
I don't think I would go all the way over here, though.
Yeah, his push-outs versus Gorst were a little questionable. Almost every one of them. Kind of like he's living in an era where, you know, he kind of used to play and take advantage. But this day and age with these guys, man, these testers here don't seem to do you too much good. They'll drill them.
Well, he should be crossing this and running the cue ball off the side cushion. I don't think he's attacking here, but
up behind the 6.
Yeah.
Or yeah, this is good
4-9, and just you had to execute it, of course, but it wasn't that demanding.
Yeah, and I wasn't specifically really just touching on that, right? Overall, I think that some of the old school players just kind of, well, they really don't, I don't know if they take it for granted or don't quite understand how good these guys are. Boosty pushed out to a 2-rail kick that was an automatic save versus Gorst, and just kind of overlooked it as well, I think. Push out's a big part, though, Jeremy, as you know more than anybody. It's a huge part of our game now, and really interesting to see the demographics that do it.
Yeah, chopping the 1 on the 8, dropping 2 cushions below the 4-9, I think, anyways. Pretty natural. He really hit it with a ton of speed. Is he trying to come up on those balls? Thought he would just lay on the back rail, bottom rail, that is. Now again, no jump cue. This is one you definitely would jump at. Even I would jump at this one.
Yeah, just the way he walked to the table right there. Just seems pretty spent. He's giving it his all. Great hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it's going to give him in return, but he's got all this one ball, I think, but I don't think there's really much of a pocket.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to like his next shot. Bustamante. It's going to be glued to the back of this 7 ball. Might have to go 3 out of the upper right here.
Yeah, I feel like he's almost got a curve into the angle as well, like just naturally. I don't know if it'll get deep enough. Maybe. Oh man, off the 3rd cushion, really. That's why I thought he may have to swerve into that angle, just creating a little tighter off the 2 rails, the first 2 rails.
Yeah, if you can get past the 5 ball in this rack, it's most likely going to be over with. You got to give this guy credit, like you said, Jeremy. Mid-match, he took the short break and came back a little bit different player. Like, he was making several unexpected errors up until that point.
Yeah, he's falling a little short here, and that's not really that big a deal for the pink 4. It's really all about the purple 5 that this little short on the 3 really affects. Love to have gotten over on the left side rail to play the 5, make it easy to get to the 6, but now, does he draw this or does he jam it? He almost had to really to play that. That way he can get on the good side of the 5, somewhere where he's at now.
I felt like the right side of the table was okay as well, as long as you stayed well above the 4, but this is okay. This is one you want to get back enough on. The 5 does play in the side if you overdraw it.
Well, he'd love to stay off the rail here, but I think he's okay. I think he can play this in the side and come 2 natural cushions off the top and then the right side rail. Key here is recognize, do I really need side spin for this, or can I just hit it with just a hair side spin, maybe even straight top?
Yeah, agreed. Straight top makes this shot so much easier. Any type of side spin can induce the miss.
Yeah, we'll see where he lands afterwards, but really the make here should end the match, or should get the hard work done, let's say. He's elevating a little bit, easy to overcut it. Oh, he hit it sweet, and he had less angle than we thought.
Yeah, he went extremely deep out of the upper right. I thought for sure he was getting past the left side.
Did he accidentally cue it with a hair of left English maybe to straighten out off that 2nd rail?
Yeah, and I think the cue ball actually went up in the air a little bit, so it kind of flattened out off the 2nd rail.
Yeah, Filipino special, dragging us with a little spin. Oh, he played it to come for the side. I didn't realize the side was on offer, and smart shot, really.
Well, this is the Harry Vergara that we thought to potentially win the Hanoi Open a couple of weeks ago. There are moments of perfection from this guy.
Nice phone, just a hair of an angle, which is going to make it a bit more comfortable. He can draw towards the 9, he can stun draw one rail. So most likely we're going to lose Bustamante, but one heck of a fight from a guy that's, you can tell, is pretty timeless when it comes to the pool game.
Yeah, pretty fortunate. We got to call a couple of his matches and defeated Gorst. It's Vergara. It's going to move on. Thank you, Francisco Bustamante, for playing. We enjoyed it, my friend. We all love you, bud. We'll be back up in about 5 minutes, guys. Hold tight for us. Thanks so much.
Power, precision, prestige, unleashing tour-level performance, built for the biggest stage. Powered by Q-Tech, inspired by Matchroom, the 9-ball series.
rooting for Team Asia. Go Team Asia, win!
Let's go Team Asia!
What team is going to win tonight?
Yeah, welcome back to the Gateway Mall here in Quezon City, the Philippines. The first ever Philippine Open Pool Championship brought to you by livesb.io. This is a 5-day event, single elimination, 128 started. Come the evening session after tonight's play, just 16 will remain. Eight tables in the arena. There you can see the top four. And the match result just in. Navarrete, the dream continues. He knocks out Raga. Would you just look at table one results? 3 from 3 have gone the distance. What a day it's been on the TV table for the pool fans around the world. Buster, well, he gave us some joy. Unfortunately, he's just bowed out to Vergara. Yeah, Vergara beat Bustamante 10 racks to 8, not 9. Still feels like he went the distance. Oh, nickname Starboy. Just 18 years of age, and this seems to be the theme of the day. Youth versus experience, yet again. Biado, the current world champ, 2-time world champion. Also won the US Open. He's a very decorated pool player, phenomenal pool player. This also promises to be a blockbuster match. In the booth, Scott Frost will be talking you through the action.
Yeah, it's the old guard versus the new guard. Both players eerily similar with the styles. Both fast, loose players, but a little bit different. Beato very compact. Does so much with the cue ball. Very little effort. And this guy here, obviously, pure natural.
The break of AJ has definitely changed since the Reyes Cup. I know he played that exhibition match with Fedor 2 or 3 nights ago in one of the local clubs, so maybe he's learnt a thing or two from Ghost. Attacking this, look at the gap he's found.
Wow. Yeah, pretty heady play actually to recognize that you could even get around all of that. But now what? Does he think he can kick the 4-6 in? Or even play it straight? Yeah. Yes, he does. Must be a bigger gap between those than I think. Sure there is. I think he'd have loved a little flick off the bottom of the 9 there. He didn't get it.
This needs to travel. So Biardo with half a chance here, knocking a long finish one in. Not an easy pot. And it doesn't get any easier for AJ.
Yeah, this is pretty miserable, to be fair. Just to get the cue ball back and forth out towards the middle. If he's going at this, I don't think he's even going to go at this. He might just knock this 4 to 5 rails underneath the purple. Oh, look at this. All right. Look at this. And I saw his finger going there. Just going to find an unfortunate gap, but love the thought process. Just gives us a look into AJ's creative mind.
Wow, how's that sat on top of the 9? Well, it's touching the 9, but obviously from there we still can't see whether we can pot it.
It's the little things, Carl. It's the little things he does with that cue ball in tight areas.
We'll take that. Wow.
Just like to catch this rail first, the top half of this ball. Easy to actually catch this a little too thin. Couple of different safeties from AJ that I'm not apt to seeing very often. I've actually obviously covered a lot of 9-ball, but he's played 2 safeties already in this rack that are very untraditional. I like both of them.
Yeah, got away with it, but he'll be in trouble when he comes back to the table. Biardo. Really nice guy, Carlo Biardo, one of the friendliest players on the circuit.
Clean as a whistle. AJ Manis in the driver's seat to take game number 1.
Yeah, well, after a few safeties and kicks, it's AJ who starts this match off with the rack 1-0. Let's just keep you up to date with what's happening around the room. Regalario currently 4-2 down against Mark Jarrett. Labour. Jeffrey Roder has won the opening 3 over America's Last Hope. Lucas Fracassa Werner. Capito Mario He just starting out. Real gang flow. 8-6 over John Vincent. And Ignacio 3-1 up over John Morritt.
Here on table number 2. Leyva, the bridge. Very good. All right, young AJ. Break the balls again.
Where's the blue 2 going to hand up? Good clean pot. Now then, is he going to try and rip this in, draw into the cluster?
Yeah, I think the 4-ball eased a little bit of the pressure there on the blue 2. Just in case He happened to butcher it. Coming around the world, just one rail up. Yeah, look at the spin he put on this ball. Generates so much power.
Yeah, that was a real cool shot to watch, that one. Uses a really thick tip, does Biardo. It's borderline 14mm.
This will be close. I just got the feeling it'll be real close. It wasn't real close, but close enough.
Yeah, obviously Biardo's jump shots are far easier. Can't really fail to pop the ball, but it's getting back on the purple 5. Wants to draw it a little bit. Well done.
You want to be below it? Felt like this ball might be tight from there. Oh, never mind. He's just fine. Just going to go forward.
Could have played for the 8 in the upper left. Decided it wasn't for him. So first 2 racks. Can't separate Biardo and AJ. Good to see all the crowd still here. It's been like this all day, right from the get-go. Even the third balcony now is getting full. I don't think the pictures kind of do it justice, do they, Scott? The atmosphere in here has been phenomenal today.
Yeah, no doubt they don't do it justice. Where we sit, it's just mesmerizing. It's humbling, and it's actually a little overwhelming how big this space is. It's just filled with people. It's not even finals day. Just can't imagine how this is going to pan out. There's young Bernie Regulario, one of my favorite players. A couple of years ago in Hanoi, really made his debut. Looked for a minute that he could have won the tournament. At that time, I believe he was 16 or 17 at the most.
Yeah, real cool operator, isn't it? There's a look. There's the 3 sort of levels.
Yeah, very good. Like Carl said, still doesn't really do it justice, but that's as good as it gets. Yeah, one rail directly in the drink.
Yeah, pool players' worst nightmare on the break. Completely your fault.
Yeah, he kind of overdrew the ball and hand shot, which got him a little steep on the 3 and now steeper on the 4. I think he's smart to just try to hold this and take the steep on the 5, get back in order on the green 6. But not young AJ. He wants to wrap around, catch a piece of the 8, be long and straight on the purple 5, and show us what he's made of.
Yeah, these shots in the modern game are much more difficult than back in the day. Back in the day, it didn't really scare you, the pot. You just get down and rip this clean in. But if he's going to rip this in, it's got to be so clean.
Yeah, Carl's exactly right. I don't know how many of you out there realize how difficult that shot is on this table, but it is extremely tough. Really kind of a result. He played the 4, in my opinion, incorrectly, whether he would have got there or not incorrectly. I actually feel like he almost played the ball and hand shot incorrectly, but not going to argue with that. Is tough enough, but a good cue ball makes this extremely difficult.
Took a bit of a wobble.
One of those players that's great with the high ball. Also took a bit of a wobble.
Yeah, it's pretty much over the pocket, so doesn't have to go too crazy here. And a wreck where both players get visits to the table. David Alcaide, he's back out there in action. This was the missed purple 5. Of course, it was Alcaide who beat Suso. Alcaide's won the opening rack against Paul Jean Lido.
Table number 3, tricky here. 9 hovering over the lower left corner. How do you go with this? Wasn't a huge fan of that. I know what he was trying to do, Carl.
Yeah, Lucas Fracasso Werner, this is not going to do him any harm at all coming to the Philippine Open, the last event before the biggest show in 9-ball, the Moscone Cup, and having a pretty good time of it so far, so we'll keep you posted on that match. I believe there is a gap through to the blue too.
Yeah, I believe you are right. I think he can creep down past the purple as well and out. It's an excellent break shot. Cue ball flush into the 9. Yeah, I think he can stun this with a right ball, like a center right, and just punch down, just missing the 5 and out towards the 3, 2 rails. Unless I'm seeing this wrong, maybe he's going into the 5. I think he can miss it. It's looking like he's keying up to go 1 rail.
Against Biardo with his kicking skills, needs to be a little bit better.
One of the best in the business at the kick shots, if not the best actually. Failed me there. Just teammates at the Reyes Cup. Beato pocketed the final 9. AJ Manis winning the MVP. Doesn't get much sweeter for them too. So maybe some struggles throughout this match due to that. If they can get past it, just teammates. Now they're trying to take each other's heads off. Tell you what, I've gotten to know AJ quite well. Really, really good kid. Quiet, very quiet, but when you get to know him, he starts to talk a little bit. Just a really, really nice kid and humble. A lot more humble than you'd think. Carl's man, Jason Shaw's man right behind us, Michael Feliciano.
Yeah, he's a character, Feliciano, good guy as well. Kind of on our wavelength, Scott.
Yeah, slightly. That needs to run. Pretty slick. Might wrap out 2 rails here. On the lower left. He likes to swerve his apple.
Yeah, and you kind of got a good look at the shot he's faced with just as the cue ball laid to rest.
Never even considered a side pocket.
To a piece. It's got a different vibe about it when AJ plays. None of the fans around the side are chanting, but when JB was playing, every rep they were chanting. What do you think this is all about? Like, what's the difference? What's JB been doing?
Yeah, so I'll just talk about what I know. I've been told that JB was a street guy, and JB Sukal, right? Is that how you say it, or Susial?
Yeah, I've probably been butchering it all day, really. Probably should have asked.
Anyway, I mean, they say he was a street kid, right? Growing up in the streets, had a pretty rough life, and so lived a life of a gambler, right? I kind of grew up similar, to be honest. A little different poverty level, but that being said, he's doing everything he can to become a professional player and really kind of market himself differently with the social media and everything else. So I think the people just kind of fall in love with him because they can relate to him a lot of ways.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I thought it was Suso. Probably been saying it wrong all day. Probably should get confirmation of that. That's a little bit naive of me.
You're actually typically pretty good at that. You're probably right on the money. I'll tell you though, AJ Mattis has a good team behind him. Very good people. And that's what he needs. At 18 years young, it is very easy to take a wrong turn, get around the wrong person, and I think that's the most important thing in professional sports, is to have somebody with you that you trust that can, just keep you in line. He'd like to come off our right side of the 2, but very hard to reach it, so he'll probably send the 2 up table and use the 8 or the 9. Notice what he did there, getting the 2 past the 5. That eliminates the jump cue option, at least directly at it. So we'll have to jump kick at this. A lot of good things can happen if you get full behind the 2 here. You got too far behind the 2. Really can't imagine he was trying to go into the 3 there. A little loose with the cue ball. Silky smooth, this young man. We've seen this over and over to this corner pocket, Carl. I don't know if it's you and I in the booth that's doing it to him, or if it's just got something to do with the 5,000 people that are hovering around the table.
Yeah, he's not going to like that stroke, is it? Right, what's Biardo got in store for us here?
Try to use the 9 here, or try and kick this in? It's the 9.
Yeah, how to dig yourself out of a hole. Great bit of vision and shooting there from Carlo. Another good kick here by design to get it to the top rail, leave a bit of distance.
Yeah, I think you go behind this here. towards the right side pocket. If you don't knock it in, it finishes somewhere below the 9. He wants to bank it back down past the 9. I feel like that's more difficult. He's going to go at this. Yeah, the speed was intentional there. Felt like if he missed the bank, he was going to miss it short and leave him awkward. He's left it on. I think he can bend this.
Yeah, pretty good control that. Jacked up. Seems to be one of them matches where both players are feeling a little bit odd playing each other. They played in the Reyes Cup last week in the same team, played doubles together as well. Yeah, Paul Jean Lado. I was watching this man a little earlier on. Likes to get on with it, left-hander. Used the ball pretty well. So Al-Qaedi's got his work cut out over there. 3-1 will keep you in tune with all the scores as Biado is breaking in rack number 6. This will get the job done, won't it? Look at the lowest ball. Just trying to see where this may go wrong for AJ. I'm afraid I can't really spot anything. Yeah, angle on the green 6, that's okay for the brown 7. You'd have certainly made Biado favourite before the start of this match. They played in Hanoi, I think it was a couple of years ago. And Biado was the winner there. It was Hill, in fact. That's gone wrong, this.
Yeah, extremely wrong. I mean, he would need the extension plus an extension plus the bridge just to get at this if you want to slice it. I don't think that's going to happen. He's looking at it like you can reach it, but he's going to have an extension, I would assume, just to get at it. I guess not.
Well, just for all the money in the world off the break, you have Mary's. A road map and he didn't clear the table. Have you heard the term Mary's, Scott?
This is my first time.
Mary Poppins.
I've heard the term a time or two.
Yeah, just under it. It was the right line, the wrong pace. It's not really caught fire yet, this match. It's been scrappy.
I kind of feel like it's not going to catch fire. I don't know if it has anything to do with teammates or what. This is table number 2. Mark Jarrett going at the 2. Everything funny. Table 1, table 2. Just rough, right? I don't know, but I think every table feeling a little bit of the pressure with all these eyes on you. Hard to ignore it. Oh, what a strike by young Bernie Regulario.
Gibbo was tracking towards the side.
Yeah, saved by the bell again. This time it was the black bell.
Yeah, and a bit like Biardo in the previous, he's got to look at the blue 2 in the same corner pocket. Couple of options. I don't know if he can go one rail and slide past it, or does he have to arc it and play 2 rails? Oh, he's done neither.
Kind of like what you just talked about, but I guess he felt like he was going to feather the pink or something. Pretty thin here. To stay under the 7, I don't know that it's doable. Can he drag under the 7 2 rails? If not, he can stay in front of it. No problem.
Yeah, I've just been looking at where kind of AJ's playing. His good friend Jeffrey Tam, the magician, is sat in the arena watching. Does he manage him as well, Scott? Are they just good friends?
His wife manages him. His wife's name is Pia, and she's really, I've got to know her, and she's actually a really good woman. Knows her stuff. Very level-headed, smart, kind. She knows what AJ needs, and they've been with him for quite a while. I say they because Jeffrey Tom, the magician, and Pia are obviously married.
Yeah, cool guy is Jeffrey. Very good with the old cards as well.
Yeah, one of the top magicians in the world. He's got 14 stops in America next year, all over the country at big venues.
That's better from Manus. Takes the lead by one with a break and run. Yeah, there's other tables in play. Let's get over to one of them. It's Arcadia against Paul John. Paul John is at the table. Needs to hit a rail, which he's going to, the blue 2. Yep. No rest for the wicket in these tournaments. Arcadia against JB earlier on. Had a bit of everything, now he's back on the table, table 4, and he's in a different kind of battle.
Yeah, 47 years young, David Arcady. Runs about 7 miles every single day. I think it's almost a must nowadays to keep up with these guys.
Yeah, we've been doing about 7 miles a day on the moped, Scott.
Alright, the cue ball is loose off the black and yellow ball. This is a common scratch. Just feels like one of those matches. Could be wrong. It's just going to go back and forth a little bit due to the respect one another have. And I'm not saying that's why the play is going to be the way it is, but oftentimes the balls kind of feel it. We can read that energy. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I want these guys to play their best pool.
Yeah, to think we've had 3 matches so far on the TV table, and it's gone 10-9, 10-9, 10-8.
Ball in hand, he's fallen absolutely straight on the blue 2. Might take this on to the lower left corner, I think. Two-way play. The worst thing that can happen is you play it long. Jeremy Jones and I were just talking about the conversations we've had with you multiple times over the last year, year and a half, maybe even 2 years, about limiting the jump cue 4 or 5 times per match and the drama it could create. I don't know, I think it's a good thing. Don't know that it'll ever happen, but I think it would be a good thing.
This is a real tough shot he's faced with here, especially if he's straddled. Wow, yeah. Boy, he's got to hit this one sweet.
I don't think there's anybody better on planet Earth at the elevation from distance like him.
Yeah, just that was just ridiculous. The 3-ball was weighing clean as a whistle. Couldn't hit it any better. And just look where the cue ball is. It's perfect just to draw back to where it is now.
soften that just a little bit. Didn't want to be too thin. I'm sure he's all right. I'm going to go to the inside of the 9 here, or the right side. He's just going to hold. Got a lot more room to work with than I expected.
Yeah, nice bank there. Well, we can't be too shocked. Billiard ties it up at 4s. Things not going too well on one of the outside tables. America's last hope at this year's Philippine Open. Werner, 3. Jeffrey Roder, 7. Now Katie getting his jump cue out. Paul John's got him in the hook.
The cue ball going to find the upper right corner. So it continues. That was a miserable set of kisses down low.
Doesn't need to play for the combo.
Very similar to a young Josh Viller, right? Like, constantly just looks like he's practicing. Doesn't waste any energy, just very flowish around the table. Extremely natural.
Yeah, and in no time at all, AJ takes under the lead. come back to table 4, and yet again Arcade is snookered.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to me like they're on the same game that they were on about 45 minutes ago, but maybe I'm on another planet? I don't know. That being said, I do feel, and I feel like I'm saying this an awful lot lately, I do feel like this tournament sets up for David. High pressure conditions, grindy type games. Four, 9 down here low, tied up.
Willing that corner pocket to open up.
I don't know here. I mean, do you attempt the in off? 2 into the rail off the 7. What's he looking at to get the cue ball over here? Maybe crossing the 2 over. Just chipping it. It's a pretty good touch from the young man.
Yeah, that's impressive stuff. That was not an easy shot that he was attempting.
Nobody kicks the balls better than the guy at the table, in my opinion. Many would agree.
Yeah, he does that so often. You know, I'd be sat in my chair thinking, you lucky boy, but he has a knack of doing it game after game. Oh, that was a poor delivery of the cue. You could see it.
Tricky to get on the pink 4 here. Tricky. I don't mind the cross corner to the upper left. Play it short. If you don't make it, you should get away with it. 5-7 is on to the upper right. He's having absolutely none of it. I felt like that was a bit risque. He's not going to like this. Beato with the kick and stick behind the back or use the bridge. You bet your bottom dollar AJ should be jailed up here. Yeah, don't think it was the best decision to run the pink down there by the purple and the brown. Felt like he could shoot away from it. That's what put him in this position. He's learning still.
I don't want to say it's like a free go at it, because it's not. But he knows the purple 5 is tied up. Yeah, choosing to shoot it in upper left feels like he can judge the breakout a little easier.
Halfway smart play right there. The only concern is, do you flute the 8 in or the 5? Are you trying to weld him to the back of the 7? Are you trying to go? What are you doing here? Looks like he's trying to go, I believe. Boy, I don't know, though. He's got that off angle, Carl, where he's kind of going to the back of the 7 here. The green 6 way down here on the low left side. Warped around the brown, just catching a piece of it in front. That was actually extremely cute.
Beato's got that unique bridge where that middle finger's off and off the slate of the table and wiggles up and down. Nobody can get 2 in front at the halfway point. We've shared the opening 10 racks. This was a nice kick. He made the blue 2, but he missed the next ball. Missed the 3 in the side.
Table number 4, Al-Kaidi. 2 balls away to get within 1.
Yeah, things not going well for America's Verna. He's down 8-3. Jeffrey Roder's looking good over there. Capito. This match doesn't seem like it started that long ago, but he's 6-2 up. Garcia 8-5 over Castronovo. And Kraus has won the first rack against Arseny Sebastianov. And Ignacio is on the hill against John Morra, 9-4. Morra, well, needs a bit of a miracle over there.
About as good as it's gotten so far. He's got to look at the 2 to either corner, I believe, and the 3 lays up down low. So now with an opportunity to take the lead here, I believe. Choosing to go to the lower right now. It's going to lend the cue ball easier to the red 3. I really didn't understand what type of English he was using there. Crashed directly into the 3. Thought he'd just draw out 1 rail. Good with the cue ball there.
needs a little love. Is that any good for you, Carlo?
That's the only place you can go, young man. To the left side. You probably like to catch the top side of this ball, right?
Jeffrey Roder's just got himself on the hill. 9-3 now over Werner. That will mean if Roder wins another rack, there'll be no more Americans left.
Yeah, going to be a long flight back for Werner, but listen, you got to give him credit for coming out. Called me a week ago and asked me what I thought. I said, get your butt out here. But the problem is, he should have just stayed, played in Hanoi.
Yeah, he could have gone to the Reyes Cup. I'm sure we could have squeezed him in.
They could have used him.
Obviously, not short of practice partners around that neck of the woods. Up into Sam Henderson, Scott. I thought he was staying out.
You don't know what happened to him. Just kind of disappeared on us.
Oh, okay. We better do a bit of digging. Maybe he's found a Filipino wife or something.
Watch outside pocket. Yes, sir. We just haven't seen really any extremely clean pool on this table. I don't know that it's because the table's extremely tough. I think it's more so the environment. It's like a jungle out there, and the black tiger has ball in hand. I'm just trying to be a little corny there. How'd I do?
Yeah, it worked. 10 out of 10.
Thank you, pal.
That was your best Phil Yates impression. Talking of Phil Yates, he'd have loved this, wouldn't he? And not just for the venue and the fans and the pool. I mean, look at all the food outlets he's got to pick from.
Yeah, I don't think he'd have needed a hotel room. He could have just stayed right here in the mall. Desserts all day long. All right. Really actually got a lot out of that. I did not think he was going to get anywhere close to mid-table.
Viado's turn to take the lead once again. Yeah, we started with 128 players playing single elimination, which is quite rare in the world of pool. We have had tournaments like that over the years on just 8 tables, so everyone gets to play out in the arena, surrounded by all these Filipino pool fans on 3 different levels.
Yeah, and this is the end of the road for Werner. This is table number 3, Jeffrey Rhoda. Looking to end it right now. Well, needs to carry. He's going to arrive safely on the 8. Carl might give us an idea who he could play next, Mr. Rhoda. Yeah, and that is going to get it done. Got a feel for Lucas, but keep at it, young man.
Yeah, and that 9 seals the win. 10 racks to 3. Jeffrey Rhoda moves on to the final 16 tomorrow, where he will await the winner of the Kraus-Sebastianov match. Sebastianov 2-1. Where's this cue ball going to end up?
Perplexed is the look by Beata. Went wrong there. I believe he was playing the 7, the 1-7 combination to the right side. Extremely tough out of that lower left corner with the cue ball, though. Should be punished from it. Already a little awkward on the 2. Might just stop right there. Yeah, that's what I felt. 3, the upper right corner.
What a week Beata had, Scott, in Saudi Arabia, where he snapped off his 2nd world title. $250,000 he won. That is huge money in the world of the Philippines, isn't it, Scott?
Yeah, definitely life-changing. We've touched on it. He's a great guy. I don't think it could happen to a better guy. And to be honest, I think he is at the top of the leaderboard as far as players in the Philippines right now.
Yeah, I spoke to his wife in America. Asked her what is the first thing she's bought. She said, just going to pay the house off. So you know he's chosen well, Beardo. He's picked a good one. No fancy handbags. She goes to most of the events as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, she sure does. I would assume she's around here somewhere. Yeah, very well done there. He's got that kind of delay with the high cue ball where it will almost pause and then go through the shot. Game number 12 goes to Beato, stretching his lead 7 games to 5.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look who the winner of this table plays. I think it was at the bottom of the draw. Yeah, so Paulo Galito, a Filipino, awaits the winner of this one. Galito beat Oi 10 racks to 4.
So many names we don't know that are eliminating giants on the World 9-Ball Tour. These are long games. Alcadi's playing. Seems like it was 4-3 forever. Now 4-4. They are in a battle. Game number 13, Beato to break, leading 7 games to 5.
It's not a big pocket, the 7. He's not quite making it a big one, so this has got to go in clean. He's got to get into the cue ball with left spin. Yeah, well, we said it wasn't a big pocket. That proved it. Flicked the 7. Now AJ, come on, spark into life, buddy. 7-5 down. Make sure you come over for this green 6. So often you see this shot under hit.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't absolutely hate him if he came short side because he's stretched out here. He's not thrilled about it because of the distance, and you'll notice the brown 7 up top behind the cue ball, so now he has to hit this real sweet. Got to get clear of the 8. I'll tell you what, you hit that as pure as you possibly could. Doesn't waste a lot of time, does he, Carl?
No, I think that's why he's a fan's favourite. Same as JB as well. Just get on with it, see the shot, don't they? Pull the trigger. They're not really using the extension every shot and walking round for no reason. A match that could go all the way between Bernie and Mark. We'll get over there and keep an eye on it if it does. We know you like them final rack thrillers. I mean, we do as well. Well, he's got to look at the blue too. That's all you can ask for. Not seen a ton of golden breaks on the match table. Just the previous session, our Hanoi Open champion, Labutus, who was playing Fu Che Wei, and Labutus was on 8 racks and he went back-to-back goldens to win. Good cannon there with the cue ball.
Controlled there. That was all by design. Stopped a cue ball. Get all the way over here. Very aware. Makes life easy now.
This is what they can do, these players. You know, you have a 2 or 3 rack lead and in no time you're back to level pegging, all square.
Yeah, and kind of feeding off each other, right, Carl? One starts playing good, the other starts playing good.
Yeah, funny how that can happen. And now, this match for a place in tomorrow's final 16 is a best of 5.
Gonna take a nosy over on table number 4.
Al-Qaeda with his nose in front.
Speeding along.
Yeah, Paul John's in jail, so we'll flick over to Bernie and Mark, because look at this, Bernie with a chance to win.
Yeah, Bernie had to have cut a big gear here. Falling straight, you see a big smile on his face. It's not a nice place to be with these side pockets. This means big distance on the green 6 if he's really that straight, but boy, Carl, he's pretty close to it. You would feel like he can do something with the cue ball.
How's the pace? That's pretty good. Good shot. Didn't have a lot of room to work with. Yeah, this is the break from AJ. Look at this, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness gracious. Get to the purple 5, it's curtains for AJ Manis. Quickly, an opportunity to get out in front. Just don't get shorter here on your right screen. Get up above the 9 at worst. Yeah, well done. I think the crowd will be happy about this one, Carl.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many times you land short, don't you, Scott, on them 9s? Bernie Regalario. All the top young players from over in the Philippines. He's through to tomorrow, where just 16 will remain. Well done.
Yeah, and AJ Manis has found a little something special within the stroke. He is zoned out here, flowing through the motions, allowing his natural talent to just take over. That's a dangerous place to be if you're Beato.
Regalario, it was in Vietnam, weren't it? In Hanoi, where he kind of like showed us all what he's about. Well, he's going to be playing the Hanoi Open champion tomorrow. He's got Labutus. AJ's kicked on a gear here. The breaks helped. A couple of looks at the lowest ball. He's taking advantage. And now he goes in front.
At 18 years young, if I ran a rack, you'd see quite a bit of emotion. He doesn't show anything.
Yeah, if you ran a rack, Scott, probably see a few extensions called and all. Not with this man. I don't think he said extension once in the whole match.
And believe it or not, when I was 18, I was actually quicker than he was. I think you know that.
It was just a joke, pal. It's been a long day. Relax. I know you're a quick player, but it.
Can he get another look after the break?
Yeah, this feature table today, it's been the experienced players that have been getting the wins. Can AJ turn that on its head? The bump on the purple would have been handy.
Yeah, keep your eye on the purple 5 here. Kaboom. That would have been great. Didn't happen. I don't know, does he take it on to the lower right? He's the type. This is how he gets his flow.
Confirmation, Ignacio has beat John Morra. He will now play Harry Vergara.
That speed, at that speed right there, very tough to hold the cue ball into the 4. And he hit it sweet, about as sweet as you could. I thought he was going to warp it back and forth. This is a problem. Needs a bit of luck. Needs a bit of luck. Balls often know who's winning. There's a perfect example.
Yeah, you've got to take advantage of that fluke.
Did he fall straight here where he can just come directly back in the path he's in now? Boy, that open bridge scares me, Carl, when he's drawing the ball back, but he's so sweet with the stroke.
Yeah, you could not hit that any better, could you, Scott? That was really, really pure. Well, it's that time of day where...
Yeah, it's like last call, right?
Yeah, I mean, gotta be a bit careful. The last thing you want is to be queuing up and that flickers, changes, it's just all blue now.
Yeah, but a bit careless there. Just kind of area position versus knowing he needed to get all the way over. I guess he felt like he could either play it in the lower left or right, but guess what? When you feel like that, you typically land somewhere in between. And that's what's happened here.
Yeah, don't be thinking your TVs are playing up at home. Needs this to roll. It's funny, isn't it, Scott? He fluked the ball and he still might win the rack, but I just had a feeling he weren't going to get on the hill. What do you do here if you're Beato?
Yeah, does he consider two-railing this down towards the center with like a high outside ball and maybe just drifting over towards or below or above, excuse me, the left side? Like this. How did he hit it? How did he hit this ball here? This is incredibly thin. How's the speed? Wow.
That shot of the match for me may well be shot of the day. Safety shot of the day.
Yeah, I get the feeling this isn't over yet. Beato, a genius in this department. Very fair effort, right? Very fair. You can see what he was trying to do. He's not happy with it. He was trying to use the 9. Extremely difficult from where he was, and at least he makes AJ come with one.
Yeah, went off the bottom jaw. Felt that one. Bit of breathing space. Feel like he needs it.
Yeah, if you'll notice there, when he struck that 9 ball, he didn't take any practice or baby swings. He just got down and one pumped it. Those are the times where he every now and then will make a mistake. Like Carl said, it went off the bottom jaw. Back to table 4 where now Katie's got a massive lead now. 6 games to 4. Well, it seems big because these games that they've been playing have taken a long, long time.
Well, that massive lead might be in jeopardy now.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to do here, Carl.
AJ Manis is breaking on the hill. It will be his last break of the match regardless.
Never easy when you need that last game, and the 2 is funny here. Defensive play is pretty straightforward though. Send the 2 over, use the 6 and 7. Biado looks like the wind has been knocked out of him. Looking to go one rail here, potentially off the bottom of the 2. If he can get to the bottom of the 2, could be very good. He's gonna have a look.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity. The first shot really could just open the whole table up.
Yeah, for me it was really game number 13. He was trailing 7 games to 5. From there it's been all AJ Maness.
Well, he's done the hard work getting on this through with an angle. Centre of the table. Every shot really here, centre of the table, will get the job done.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That means pound out here. Don't get shy. Yeah, he's got to work the cue ball a bit. Introduces the 8. It shouldn't affect him.
Yeah, the shot on the 3 was a bit careless. Recovered well.
Yeah, really giving us a look these last 6 or 7 racks as to what he can do.
That's plum, you know. That is plum.
There's a big smile
on the face of Starboy, 18 years of age, the world at his feet. He's fresh off the week of his life, the Reyes Cup MVP. And he's just knocked out the world champ. And he books his place into tomorrow's final 16. Paolo Galito waits AJ tomorrow. So it'll be another Filipino that stands in the way. Yeah, this 8-ball from AJ and this one from Biado kind of set the tone for the match. Started off really scrappy in the opening 10.
There's really been a lot of missed 8-balls today, some big ones, right? What about the Gorst Bustamante match? Of course, ended up missing the 9, but yes, it's been an interesting day, Carl.
Yeah, then JB Suzuko scratches on the 8 at Hill Hill. And this is what all players 128 are vying for. It's the trophy and the winner of the inaugural Philippines Open. What a setting and what a day we've had here for the Gateway Mall. This is confirmation of the matches. Yeah, we lost the world number 1. 61 years of age, Francisco Bustamante rolled back the clock in the match probably of the season. Al-Qaeda in another fantastic match against the young 16-year-old JV Suko. Harry Vergara then knocked Bustamante out. It was actually 10-8. Then we've just seen AJ Maness knock the current world champ out in Carlo Biado. What a day we've had here at the Gateway Mall. There's still a few matches going on. I think if you head over to WNT.tv or the Matchroom Pool YouTube, you might be able to watch the end of Al-Qaeda. But that's it from us. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 11 AM. Don't miss it.